What's going on, guys? This is Joe Young coming at you another video today. So today we are back with the Pleco tank, trying to do some changes like always. So it's been 2 weeks since this tank has been up and running, and there's one thing that I've noticed: the Plecos are always hiding in the back of the driftwood. Like these Pleco caves here, there'll be a couple of them utilizing it, but a lot of them are actually in the back of the actual driftwood or underneath the driftwood. So they're really hiding for shade. So what I want to do here is I want to add in a couple more driftwood to kind of lay pieces across the actual Pleco cave so that they can actually feel secure when the light comes on. They can actually utilize it. And I want to probably try to stack some more caves on top, so kind of making it like a little condo style, I guess. So I have some driftwood in the garage. I'm going to go ahead and kind of just select some pieces that I think will be nice, where it's just big, just long pieces right across. I may put one kind of up here to help with some of this plant growth on the middle here, to try to shade some of the tank, but we'll see what happens. But before I go ahead and actually start adding some driftwood to the actual main Pleco tank, I did get in a new heater for the Zebra Pleco tank. So right here it's a 150 watt. Before, this tank had a 100 watt, which is fine for lower temperatures in like the 78-ish, anything pushing 80, 82. This heater is not rated for this tank size. So I went ahead and bought one size up, and hopefully this will actually bring up the temperature. So after a few hours of actually running it, I'm gonna go ahead and test this. I don't have a thermometer in this tank, so that's why I'm just kind of utilizing this little thing to see. I placed it at 82-ish. So it's reading at 82.34-ish. So it definitely hit the temperature, which is awesome, because before it was maxing out at 78. So the temperature wasn't as high as I needed it to be, so that the actual Zebra Plecos can actually try to breed. Temperatures actually should be a little bit higher, but I'm gonna let them adjust to this. If there's no action in like a month or so, I'll go ahead and bump it up another couple degrees to see what happens. All right, so I went in the back here, grabbed some stash of driftwoods in the back there. Grab some pieces that I think that will work really well. I'm looking just to kind of cover the tank horizontally to give the Pleco some hiding places, and also to kind of make like a mini shelf so that I can kind of stack some of the Pleco caves on top of each other. So I think these three here look pretty good. I'm gonna probably use these two to use kind of like a bridge, and then this one maybe just kind of go up in the middle. I'm gonna check out some other pieces in the back there, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean some of these and see if I can find any other pieces I want to use. All right, so here I got a couple more little pieces to see if I want to use all of them. Some of them not, whatever. We'll see what happens. But I went ahead and cleaned the driftwood. I'll let it dry a little bit. I sprayed it with hydrogen peroxide to kind of kill any organics. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it inside once it kind of semi-dries here, and we'll kind of stage it and see which ones work. All right, it's also dinner time for them, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop in some spinaches that I just cut up here. Put it in the back here, just in case if there's anyone in the back there that wants any. All right, so I'm gonna start off with this ginormous piece here. I'm gonna see how I want to do this. Do I want to do, yeah, something like this here, an arch all the way down to this area here. So let's see how I'm going to shimmy this guy in, and it's definitely going to float. It literally is like the size across of the tank, so it actually wedges almost perfectly. I need it to go down or in a little bit more, so I may need to cut this a little bit, maybe. I think that looks really nice across the tank like that. It gives them some shade. All right. And actually that might be my top piece to kind of finish everything off because it can kind of float by itself. I'm still going to figure out how to wedge these other ones. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put this at the end because I think this is like a really nice finisher piece to everything. Alright, so the scape is really not finished. I can't really do much because the wood is just floating. I'm just going to let a lot of the wood just sit there for a couple weeks. Once it sinks, I can actually adjust it, move it around a little bit better. So the whole point of adding more driftwood is to actually help bring out the plecos into the front. It helps create more shading areas where the plecos wouldn't come out during light. But because there's like actually shadows now, they may actually feel a little bit more comfortable where they actually come out. So the one piece I really like is this big piece that came across the whole tank. So it actually wedges between the corner of the glass there to actually the front of the glass perfectly. So it actually looks like it's just really floating, which is pretty sweet. If you look here, Otto's already occupying the new wood. Probably gonna be munching on this wood for a while just because there's gonna be a lot of bacteria, a lot of the white kind of like, I guess, fungusy growth that always occurs on driftwood when you first put it into a tank. That will occur and they will just, you know, munch the crap out of that. It's good food for them. You know, that's going to occur naturally, and then, you know, the plecos and the autos will take care of that. Now, it's unfortunate I couldn't stack some of the caves on top, so for now, I'm just going to let it be, and then once it actually sinks, I'm going to grab some more caves that I have outside, I'll stack them, and kind of create something similar to like that, these two here where they're on top of each other, and I'll have it pushed down in terms of weight so it doesn't really move around. And hopefully, you know, we get some breeding action once they get big enough. The tank, you know, is coming together slowly, so I really enjoy this tank so far, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this week's update. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe for new updates weekly, and until next time guys, peace out.